First, the news headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches Garib Kalyan Zamelan, interacts with beneficiaries of government schemes. Chief Minister N. Biren attends virtually. Hello and welcome to MAMI TV English News Update. This is ROMEE NINGOMBAM. Now the news in details. As part of national level Garib Kalyan Zamelan, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacted with beneficiaries of 16 schemes, Chief Minister N. Biren also launched the program at City Convention Center. Prime Minister Modi is interacting with beneficiaries of 16 government schemes. He will also release the 11th installment of the Kisan Samman Nidhi, amounting to more than Rs 21,000 crore from Shimla in Himachal Pradesh virtually. The events are organized at state capitals, district headquarters and Krishi Vigyan Kendra centers, where beneficiaries will interact with chief ministers, central and state ministers, MPs, MLAs and other elected public representatives. The interaction will not only highlight people-centric approach of these schemes leading to ease of living of citizens, but will also enlighten the government on the aspirations of the people and ensure that no one is left behind in the nation's march to progress. MLA of Lamsang Assembly Constituency S. Rajan, MLA of Langtabal Assembly Constituency K. Siam, Chief Secretary Dr. Rajesh Kumar and DGP P. Dongol attended the program as the Presidium members. Top-ranking officials of different state departments attended the program.
Exhibition of films
scheme masigi tamjaningai oiraba mai pakpa asi sarkar gi yam sikthaningai oiraba lengaklon asigi mapanani.
Dr. Mark T. Haukeb, who was arrested for inciting communal hatred on social media, was granted bail. However, immediately after his release, a team of Imphal police station formally arrested him. Mark was arrested by Manipur police on May 27 from Delhi. He was presented before Chief Judicial Magistrate Imphal West Court, where he was granted bail on execution of PR bond of 1 lakh rupees and 2 sureties of the same amount. As he failed to provide the necessary bond, the court remanded him to judicial custody. The accused was granted bail after he paid the PR bond of 1 lakh rupees and 2 sureties of the same amount. After the court of CJM Imphal West passed an order for release of Mark Thangmang Haukeb, however, Imphal police station re-arrested him in connection with another FIR case this evening. India reported a total of 2,338 new COVID-19 cases with 19 deaths in the last 24 hours. This brought the total number of COVID-19 cases to 4.31 crore and the active cases increased to 17,883 according to the data updated by Union Health Ministry. The number of deaths due to COVID-19, however, climbed to 5.24 lakh with the fresh fatalities in the last 24 hours. The active cases comprise 0.04% of the total infections, while the national COVID-19 recovery rate was recorded at 98.74%, the ministry said. An increase of 185 cases has been recorded in the active COVID-19 case slot in a span of 24 hours. The daily positivity rate was also recorded at 0.6% and the weekly positivity rate at 0.56%. Meanwhile, with 2,134 patients having recovered in the last 24 hours, the cumulative tally of recovered patients surged to 4.24 crore. On the other hand, India's COVID-19 vaccination coverage has exceeded 193.45 crore and COVID-19 vaccination for the age group 12 to 14 years recorded more than 3.39 crore across the country. Garib Kalyan Zamelan, which marks the completion of 8 years of the government led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, is being organized at the Eastern Railway Sports Complex in Kolkata today, where Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw will be present as the chief guest. However, the poster of the zamelan does not name or invite any senior West Bengal minister or Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, while the opposition leader in West Bengal, Suvendu Adhikari, has been named as the guest of honor. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi participated in the Garib Kalyan Sammelan in Simla. The program conceptualizes elected public representatives across the country directly interacting with the public in an endeavor to get feedback about the various welfare programs being run by the government, the Prime Minister's office said in a statement. Describing the PM Cares for Children scheme as a determined step taken by the government for a golden future of children, Prime Minister Narendra Modi wrote individual letters to over 4,000 beneficiaries of the scheme, where he elaborated on its various benefits that the children who lost their parents during the COVID-19 pandemic can avail. Prime Minister Modi also shared the experience of a similar tragedy his family suffered about a century ago and assured these children that the entire country stands with them in this difficult time. The letter was shared by the Women and Children Development Ministry. PM Modi said the PM Cares for Children scheme is a determined step taken by the country for the children's golden future. He also added that this scheme will ensure that children could dream freely and there is no lack of efforts in helping them realize their dreams. Amid the continuing economic crisis in the country, Sri Lanka is in talks with India for another credit line of $500 million for fuel imports. This issue was discussed when Sri Lankan High Commissioner to India, Melinda Moragoda, met with Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman last week. The credit line is in addition to $500 million extended previously, the report said. Sri Lanka is facing its worst economic crisis since gaining independence in 1948. The recession is attributed to foreign exchange shortages caused by a clampdown on tourism due to the COVID-19 pandemic. According to the Sri Lankan Daily, India offered another $1 billion line in credit for essential imports. However, $200 million of it has been utilized for fuel imports, the reports added. The island nation has exhausted nearly $700 million of Indian credit so far for diesel and petrol. Sri Lankan Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe praised India for extending support amid the continuing economic crisis and expressed a desire to further strengthen ties between the two nations. And before we wind up the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches Garib Kalyan Sammelan, interacts with beneficiaries of government schemes. Chief Minister N. Biren attends virtually. And that's it for MAMI TV English News Update. Thank you for watching.
Lengsin Birau, Kingdom Educational Institute, All Lambulan, opposite GP Women College, Asida, Ningtin Experience Lairaba, Faculty Singna, Takpi Tambiriba Course Sing, Maruoina, Aviation Gi Makada, Cabin Crew, Ground Staff, Amadi Tourism and Hospitality Management Course, Tambi Ningba Singna, Ngasi Maklaktuna, Tanabiu, Masida Sunatana, Institute Asida, Makal Kuding Maki, Computer Coursing, Tambagi Kudong Chaba, Adusu Pizeri, Kudamoina, Triple C, DCA, Tally with GST, Asina Chingbasing. Loina na, Spoken English, Spoken Hindi, Personality Development, Interview Techniques, Asina Chingbasing, Tambayagani. Hairiba Coursing Asi, Chama da Chama, Tabak Pangnabagi Guidelines su, Pizeri. Others Eye Clinic, a unit of Others Medicare Services, Porompat Jennings Main Gate, opposite Axis Bank. OPD timing 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Sunday. Facilities available: comprehensive eye care, cataract surgery, glaucoma clinic, oncology, oncology and aesthetic clinic, cornea and dry eye clinic, medical retina, optical store, OCT, perimetry, yak laser. Free OPD every Saturday. Please contact 600-910-8789.
Nahak pukning wakhalgi anaba leibra drug addiction amadi mental disorder treatment gidamak adom karigi wari Manipurda ihan hanbo oina rehabilitation and child care center inkalakliba nahasingita oiba experienced leraba doctors amadi clinical psychologists singna layengjari expert singna counseling piba 24/7 CCTV camera da monitor tawduna kupna senaba morning yoga, healthy diets, weekly health checkup, intensive daily routine. Awaba kayadagi ngakthoknaba leijare Yaipokpa Rehabilitation and Child Care Center, Kwakaithel Akham Likai. Adongi mathau tarabadi nakanda pijariba contact number asida pau faubirau